What happens when three buffoons give life advice, explore unrealistic situations, and give random topics more thought than they probably deserve? It's the Spitballers Podcast with Andy, Mike, and Jason.
Skibbity bop bop, don't stop, I got the Riz, and I'm late.
Not so easy.
He started so late. This is why I'm not a musician,
I
guys.
was like, is his mic not working?
I thought so too. I did hear like a click.
Oh, no.
Okay, I think he could have gotten there if he just started on time.
Oh, man. I don't know what he did because doing it late made it so great.
Thank you, Papa Josh. And Jason, I'm sure, is the most...
I
heard
thank
there was
you,
I
Papa
got
Josh.
the Riz was in there somewhere.
That was the whole point. I did like that he finished it with, I'm late. That's the hard part, Papa Josh, is that you get one shot. You get one crack.
Yeah.
It gets in your head. You think, I don't want to get off beat. I've had times when I thought I knew what I was going to say, and then you realize you're off rhythm.
No, it's not so easy.
Yeah, I don't know if you got the Riz, but thank you for jumping in. Welcome to the Spitballers, episode 325, Papa Josh's debut. I would say every 325 episodes, he's good to go on the scat. Yeah. It's another 5 years.
I'm guessing he's going to want redemption
Oh, yeah.
the next 2 episodes.
He could be like the full-time guy.
Yeah.
Would you rather? That's a great question, and we are drafting the worst places to be stuck overnight. Worst places to have to spend the night is the draft on today's show. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for supporting the show. The website is spitballerspod.com. You can learn how to become an official Spitwad. Submit your questions to the show. Share your feedback with us and support the podcast if you enjoy it. Go over to spitballerspod.com and become a Spitwad. Let's get it going.
Would you rather?
All right, Brianna from the website, or actually this is from Patreon, says, would you rather have a free house, free food, and every single one of your basic needs completely covered for free?
Okay, so all necessities covered.
Yep, house, food, every basic need. Or would you rather have an army of 1,000 loyal dwarves who will do whatever you command?
Okay, all right.
What?
So an army, 1,000 of them, and they do whatever I command.
Like, would you be able to get all your basic needs met with an army of 1,000 small
For
dwarves?
Sure, for sure.
How big is a dwarf?
Uh,
Just to define the term, because I don't know.
I mean, this is like Lord of the Rings stuff, right?
yeah,
and my axe.
yeah, they got to have a beard. That's like rule. I mean, if they're at working age, they've got a long beard, right?
How soon do dwarves get their beard? Is that puberty or is that from birth?
I gotta think it's like 12, like 12
Okay.
years old. They got a big beard, and I imagine they live.
I mean, they live underground, right? Dwarves, Mike?
Sorry, I'm on height, and they live in the mountain.
Yeah,
If
or
I-
under the mountain,
or under the mountain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
in the mines,
But not under the ground, right? There has to be a mountain above them for some reason, even if they're down
because
beneath the ground
because
level.
they like mining.
Right. And
Yeah.
mountains have a lot
Yeah,
of...
they got mining.
mountains are where
It's all the metal is.
Yeah.
Jason, you
Yeah,
know this, of
yes,
course.
I do.
Of course.
They call them metal mountains.
So,
you
I
know?
mean...
Between 4 and 5 feet is what I am seeing.
What? Between 4 and 5 feet. That's incredible.
At first, I thought you meant beneath the earth is where they...
No,
That's
no,
where
I was like,
all the
that's
metal
not
is.
very far
No,
down.
according to author J.R.R. Tolkien, dwarves are on average between 4 and 5 feet tall.
Yeah, they're
That's what I'm
subterranean.
seeing.
They're 4 to 5 feet. 4 to 5 feet tall is not that short.
No,
it's
it's
not.
But
really
I
not.
think in lore, dwarves sometimes they could be smaller.
Yeah,
They're
they-
always hefty though. There's never a skinny.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
There's
they're-
not a skinny
They're
dwarf.
dick.
They're strong. They're
Yeah.
swinging that axe and
Because
that
of all the mining.
Yeah.
You have to dig constantly.
Also, think about if you've got 1,000, and I like that it's called an army. I really do. Just means it's not like 1,000 workers.
I was
I've got
wondering
1,000
about that.
soldiers.
Yeah.
But they'll also still work. I feel like I can make a lot of businesses here.
That's what I was going to say. It's about business. Is can you get
Oh,
the
I hadn't thought of that at all.
you got to get the revenue to get the free house, free food, basic needs met. I feel like the house, they take care of the house. 1,000 workers, they'll build you an underground. You'll be insulated by the earth.
Are you okay with that, though? You want to live under the mountain? No
Can I
skylights.
get a skylight?
No way, man.
I wanted a skylight.
You can't have one.
Do I get lights at all? I mean, I get
yeah.
It doesn't have to just be like a torch, right?
Can
I run
don't
an
know. Do they have
extension cord?
electricity?
An extension cord.
Yeah, you can. We're
This
not.
is modern day.
Yeah, this is today.
If I had 1,000 dwarves down the street building me a house, they're
Yeah, but
running an
dwarves-
extension cord down there.
No, dwarves can't handle electricity.
Oh, I feel like if they were,
I'll handle the electricity. All right, I'll do that part.
you'll hire an electrician
Yes.
to help with all the
you
dwarf
got
mansion.
smelting? They got that no problem.
They got smelting. They'll carve it out for me.
but circuits and
Can they get me? Are they good at getting
Wattage?
food?
Yeah, they can hunt. I'm sure.
What do dwarves do for food? No one ever talks about this. There ain't things to eat
I
under
would
the ground.
imagine they hunt.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't just live underground. They can go outside.
I don't think the dwarves are going out much.
And then maybe not much. I mean, it's like, how often are you
See,
outside,
Papa
Andy?
Josh
Andy,
seems-
how often are you outside?
What do you want? Like amount of hours a day?
Yeah, how many hours a day are you outside? 24 hours a day. How many hours?
On an average day?
Let's say in the summer.
Okay.
Just
Not much.
Not much.
An hour.
0 point what?
Hour in the pool.
Right, exactly. So it's like that's no different. Just because you live underground, they're gonna spend time outside when they need to spend time outside. One of these is gonna be my driver, right?
No, what?
Can you farm underground?
Dwarves can't drive.
Dwarves can't drive.
No.
They're 4 feet tall.
No, I don't.
4 to 5.
I
If
don't
I
care about the height. I'm just going upon this is what they actually know how to
But
do.
1,000 of them could carry you everywhere.
That they could do.
They could carry
Yeah,
you like a kind of a crowd surfing transportation model.
I'm gonna teach one to drive.
You're gonna do which one of you? Yeah, you just have to get them a small vehicle. Or a booster seat.
I do think that having an army would be worth it. And because they're an army, if my house cannot be, they can't generate enough revenue, I think I could take someone else's house with an army, and then therefore I have a free house.
I mean, dwarves to me, they're so mysterious. They're always hidden. No one knows they exist. That's how they survive. They're so little. I feel like they must get their food underground. I'm still on the food.
You're on
kick.
the underground. What,
So they're
farming down
only
there?
eating potatoes and onions and
Things that-
carrots.
Yeah.
No, they're so sturdy. They got to be getting good protein.
You think they're taking down like a deer and bringing it back underground?
I think so.
That's a long way to go. They don't have elevators and stuff, right?
No.
So you
they?
got to walk out of the
Nah,
mine.
You said they don't know electricity.
Yeah, but you can make an elevator without electricity.
Oh, like a pulley
What?
system. Yeah, Jason.
There was
Don't act too surprised.
There
here.
are machines
You're gonna look dumber.
that don't use electricity.
What?
How do you think people got down into mines before they could install? Ladders,
It
long ladders.
Doesn't need a generator. Just needs something real heavy.
Okay, so we're
And
going
a
dwarves.
sturdy
Yeah,
rope.
I'll take the army.
Charlie from the website. Would
You're
you
taking the army?
Yeah, I'm taking the army.
You don't want all those needs met, Mike?
I do.
Or you-
I'm
is that
taking
what
all
you-
the free stuff.
Okay. Jason wants the power.
I'm gonna get all the free stuff I want with an
Would
army.
it have changed if I had just told you they're workers?
Yeah.
So the word army is what you actually
Yeah, I
want.
want an army.
Yeah, that's fair.
That'd be awesome.
Charlie from the website.
Your army's not taking over nothing. though.
My army's not going to do anything. I'm not going to send them to war or battle. I'm not going to hurt anyone, but I have an army.
You
Like-
want to have.
Yes, I
would
want to
you-
have an army.
Yeah. Yes.
That would be, that's
Who of
just-
us among us
Like
would not
just
want
1,000 axe-carrying dwarves.
Yeah.
That'd be
Man.
pretty sweet.
So long as I don't have to feed them. They self-sustain, they can feed themselves because that's a lot
right,
of
but
money.
where are they going to live here?
Underground.
Yeah, digging here is very
Oh, that's
difficult.
re-
We
by-
got that caliche or whatever it is.
Yeah, in Arizona, hard to dig. No
Well,
basement
hold on.
homes.
I got a
Queen
question.
of the Dragon.
I got a question for you
Yeah.
guys. Is that real?
Okay. So
Or is this
hold on,
bullcrap by
hold on.
Big Pool in Arizona where
Let-
they're like, hey,
this
'cause-
is just a. Let me set the table because no one on earth knows
Yeah,
what you're talking
okay.
about.
This is a very
Out here in
geographically
Arizona-
specific.
None of our homes, very few homes, I won't say none, very few homes have basements. A lot of places in the country, people have basements. We also have lots of pools and very hard ground and granite and hard rock. And this rock that Mike is talking about is like caliche, which is a really dense, hard rock that pool companies charge you 4x to blow out of the ground so that they could put a pool in.
Except
and he's
they
saying,
quote you one thing. Here's what they do. They come in and they say, I'm going to build this pool. I designed it. It's great. It's $20,000. This pool's $20,000. Now, if we run into Caliche, I don't know if it's here or not. I just did your neighbor's pool. We didn't run into any.
oh, that is
in this
always,
area.
Yeah.
yeah.
But if we run into it here, I've got to get different machinery.
Yeah.
It's a harder dig.
It's now classified. They literally call it
a hard dig.
hard dig.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
so I'm going to have to
It's too hard for us.
I have
They
to
never
hire
give us an easy dig discount. They're not like, this one was a breeze. Here's half off.
Yeah, he's like, I got to hire twice as many dwarves to get this pool
Right,
dug.
right.
And it's got to be complete nonsense. Everywhere here.
They're microscopically
Yeah.
examining the soil.
There's
There's a little bit.
Oh, I hit a rock. Charge them quadruple.
Yeah, no, that is a real thing,
They're all sham artists, not pool artists.
as you normally would call them. You guys want to move on to the next question?
Yes.
Charlie from the website, would you rather be able to see through physical things, clothes, walls, doors, or be able to see through figurative things, lies, false promises, fake feelings, dishonesty?
Oh man.
This is so easy. Because I can tell you right now, I don't think I want to see through the lies, the fake feelings.
You want to live in your fake
man.
bubble. You want to live in a world where you are lied to.
I think I do live in a world where I'm lied to. We all do. And I am not a proponent for lying or saying that that's good and right and that's how it should be, but it is the world we live in. And I don't know if we could handle, as human beings, knowing everyone's genuine thoughts. I just don't know if we can handle it.
It's not. You're not knowing.
You're not a mind
You're not a
reader.
mind reader. It is what they are sharing with you.
Like let me give you a hypothetical example.
Okay, totally
All right.
hypothetical.
Let's say you're meeting with a pool company. And they say,
Yes.
and they say to you, you know what?
And they go,
We're charging you for a hard dig no matter what you say. That's the kind of company we run. Other companies might be honest. We're not. Would you like to hire us? That would be a situation where you could say, no, I do not. You're a liar. You're lying. You're faking me out. I want to hire somebody else.
But then you're going to get the next person that comes, and they're going to say the same exact thing.
I think,
and then the next person is going to say the same, and you're just going to be like, man, this sucks. This world sucks. Why is everybody bad?
you already believe
you
that.
know.
You already believe
Yeah.
it.
You
Right
already
now-
live in that world.
Right now, you already believe that everybody's a liar, and that is not a world that's fun to live in.
But you
You're a
don't
cynic.
know. You don't know which ones are not the liars because they're
Yes,
sprinkled throughout.
Some people are honest.
Yes.
They are honest people.
Yeah.
Hard workers.
I don't know about that.
The dwarves, for one.
Well, sure.
Yeah, they can't lie, right?
That's
no,
they
that's
have
one
an
of their
honor
things.
system.
Yeah. So look, and
That's
also
what I'm taking. That would be
to see through the kind of
yes.
false promises,
That would
fake
be-
feelings.
It would be so incredible.
Yeah, you don't like pretense. You don't want some like.
Well, I'm like it's when you have that, it's literally you can trust everything you hear.
There
Like,
would be so
'cause
much.
you know. I mean, you're not actually hearing the truth, but you know the truth. Imagine living in a world where you know
That would feel good.
all you know what is true and what is not true.
Man,
Like that would be. It would
You're
be
just saying
painful.
you would know when people are telling the truth. You don't
Yes.
know everything that's true.
I don't
It
even
doesn't
know-
give you special
but-
knowledge.
But
I
I
don't
know
even
that
know
I know when it's a lie.
I don't even know how helpful seeing through walls and doors is.
I mean, are you playing first person shooter?
I guess that would be
Because
helpful.
wall hacks are very good. I mean, I guess you could translate that into actual.
I mean,
armed
it just
forces.
doesn't do me a lot of good to look at that like giant bank vault and be like, yeah, there is money in there. Like I think I know there's money in there.
Where's the cash?
Right.
Oh, hold on. Let me use my X-ray vision.
it's in the register. I found it.
That big thing marked money. It's in there.
Just so you know, I know how many 20s you got in there.
You know, okay, let me tell you this. You just glance over towards the kitchen and you're like, I don't know, what's in the fridge? I can see. I know what's in the fridge from
And
all the way from over
now
here.
you don't have to pay for that stupid upgraded window.
right?
What is that thing all about?
Is that thing working out for the fridge companies?
I don't. It's so special.
We're
window.
talking about the fridge with the window. Where
Yeah, you go knock,
it.
knock.
Yeah.
You knock on the window. You see
Hello,
inside.
Mr. Fridge.
You know what's more valuable would be
Is there any milk in there?
like a really good camera that you can just see everything on your phone.
Those exist now. I don't have one of those. I do have the knock knock fridge.
You have a knock knock.
I have a
fridge?
knock knock fridge. Yeah.
How often are you going knock knock?
I don't
Who's
use
there?
it. I don't
knock
use
knock
it.
fridge.
ever.
You never use it.
I have never ever. I mean, when I first got it, you're
Do
doing
I
it
have
out of
milk?
novelty.
The knock knock fridge is this ability. I can see through the front of my fridge. Who cares?
Except I gotta stand there. I gotta be right there.
This needs to be how the superpower works. You have to walk up to the wall
And knock,
knock knock.
Yeah.
Mr. Money, are you in there?
Okay,
Oh
hold
my
on.
gosh.
Let's cut. I do want to figure out a good use case, essentially, for this X-ray vision. Where would it be actually valuable?
I mean, when you're in high pressure like war situations,
which I don't find myself in
no,
often.
You
I
have an
don't
army
either.
and you don't find yourself in war. Nice.
I told you,
the army takes care of that.
Yeah,
He's not
yeah.
in the war.
No. But like in our normal real lives,
When do I need to see through stuff?
When
man?
would it be helpful? I'll tell you one thing that would be really helpful for me.
There's some traffic around the
Genuinely.
corner.
There's genuinely helpful. I am so comically a scaredy cat. Like, my reactions are absurd. Just the over the top. You know the videos, you'll be scrolling reels and you'll see scare videos where people have these ridiculous reactions. That's me. That's me every time.
If your wife just filmed those, you would have a poppin' Instagram channel.
Shut your mouth. Shut up. Yeah, but being able to know if someone is around a corner for me is literally just I don't have to scream. I don't have to walk
Also,
around the
you
don't
corner
have to
and
be
scream.
scared.
You would be an incredible scarer yourself.
Oh, I know exactly when they're coming.
No, dude. Like the other day, we were in the office. I tried to get one of our employees, Schneider. I noticed that
You tried to scare him.
yeah, like the light
Snuck behind the
he
door.
was like he left his light off in his office. I was like, well, it's already dark. Okay, I'm gonna hide behind the door. Only he noticed that the door was slightly more ajar than when he had left, so I got totally busted. But it's like
you would be a better criminal.
you
You would,
be a
because
better
when you're
criminal.
being pursued, you'd know where everybody was at all times that are coming after you.
You know how easy it would be to win at
hide and seek.
I mean, on both sides, because as the seeker, I'm going to find you immediately.
Is there professional hide and seek?
Yes, there is.
There
So you could win like $1,000 a year on that.
More than that, I saw this.
You could see through the ground to see if Kalichi's in there.
Yeah, that's right. I could still
You'd work
prove
for
him
a
wrong.
pool company.
It's not. It's just more dirt.
I refuse
We
to
find
know.
out that that is not a real thing ever. Did you really dig footings, Al?
Yeah, I did.
And it's real?
Caliche?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's very difficult.
Is there
to dig it.
anywhere where it is not existing in Arizona?
Yes.
No. But is there anywhere where they are going
a
to
pool
dig a
is gonna go?
pool where it doesn't exist?
Probably not.
Yeah, exactly.
Are they stopping on purpose of inventing a machine to cut through this so they can keep the
No,
hard,
they have
the hard
one.
dig costs?
But it's like they forget to bring that one.
Oh, yeah.
Just bring that one.
You know the
Just bring
major
that
pool
machine.
companies,
Just
they
one for
own
the
that
whole-
machine.
Yeah.
They're not renting. They own that machine. They're just like, yeah, but I gotta go back and get the other one.
I didn't gas it up this morning.
All right. I got one more for you guys. Sienna from Twitter writes in, would you rather have every song you hear for the rest of your life always be an absolute perfect match for your current mood?
Okay, that's good.
So that's kind of like your own like movie soundtrack or something, right?
Yeah, a little bit. Or just when you're upset, sometimes you're like, I gotta get
Dun,
it out.
dun, dun.
I gotta put the emo on.
Okay. So more.
Cause tonight will be the night. Sometimes you gotta do that, man.
You ever hear that come on? You're like, I didn't know I was in that mood. Or always, so every song perfectly matches your mood, or every song always unlocks a forgotten memory or emotion from the past. Because there's nothing. Music is magic like that.
Yeah.
It is incredible.
You will hear a song, an older song, and it will bring you back to where you were when
If
you heard it, or
you-
how old you were.
If you are young right now, let's say you're a teenager.
You're talking to me. Got it? Oh,
If you're a teenager, you don't understand this superpower yet.
right. Yeah, our parents understood it when we were young, and we thought they were dumb.
It's incredible when you put on a song that transports you right back to your teenage years, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, there's certain songs where I just remember like the car I was in, the street I was on, the
Just
table
cruising.
I was sitting at, the wherever.
The school dance I was at.
Yeah.
You know, that type of stuff.
I mean, and it doesn't happen that often, but when it happens, it is real, it is powerful, it is emotional. And if I could do that, if I could do that every single time I turn on any song, I can have some kind of great memory recalled. I mean, that's like one of the best questions we've ever heard of.
Now, Mike, if you had the ability to have a song match your perfect mood, and that's a station, let's say.
Right.
You just flip that station on. Would you listen to that station all the time? Do you want it to match your mood?
A lot I do.
Okay.
But then it becomes the question of, like, sometimes when you're scratching that itch, you know, I'm angry. I need some anger music. Do I stay angrier longer because I'm angry, but a banger comes on? I'm like, oh, yeah, this is good stuff. Feed the rage. And then I just end up in a loop.
What would be funny is if we each had a station and you could tune into the other person's station to see how they're doing.
How is Mike
That would be
feeling?
nice.
Oh, don't talk to him today.
You're like, oh, he's doing pretty good.
It's a beautiful morning. So which one are you going with? I'm going nostalgia.
I'm taking the memories
All
for
right.
sure.
We'll take a break, and we got some more. We'll move on to That's a Great Question.
That's a great question.
All right, we'll start here. Paul from the website. You are the last person on Earth.
Okay, great.
Everything else on Earth is unchanged.
I just got up to here. Okay, great.
We did it. We did it, everybody.
We did it. Well, this
Solitude.
Yeah, this will be interesting. You're the last person on Earth. The Earth itself is unchanged, so all the stores are still there. Everything inside them remains unchanged. Everything on Earth just poof, right? You're the last person. Would you want one person you know to be with you, or every year 10 random people spawn right next to you?
I have questions.
Yes, questions.
Okay. Every year, is it 10 more?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, well then that's the answer.
You want
Because
more
you're trying to repopulate.
Are you trying to mate?
Well, yeah, I mean, a little bit.
I mean,
I care about
He doesn't need to. It's
humanity.
repopulating 10 people at a time, man.
about humanity, about the human
biology
When
can't
have you
keep up
cared
with
about
that.
humanity on the Spitballers before?
race. But I'm just saying, like, one, I
refer to him like he's a species. Are
you
you
gotta
looking to mate?
You got to save the Earth.
so
So every year 10 random
the first
spawns.
day, the first weekend, the first week when you are completely the last man on Earth, awesome. I agree with you, Mike.
Yeah.
Just incredible. But that will
It'll wear off.
quickly wear off, and it will become so sad and depressing and lonely. And I think that if you had one other person with you, even if it's the person you're closest to, you love the most, you're going to experience that same thing. It's not enough people to not become lonely. You'll become lonely together. And I think,
Sure.
every year having 10, 20, 30, 40, people, 10 years from now, there's 100 people. There's a little bit of life happening. More things can get
hopefully
done.
There's some more than 100 people maybe, right? Because then you have like people making babies.
Sure.
So
yeah.
you are but you lose,
It's also 10.
anybody that you know.
It's 10 random people.
It is and
Like, what are the odds?
oh yeah.
How many of those people are you going to like?
Yeah, how many people out of 10
10
do you like?
randos. I think that's generous.
Do you
One.
go through the 10
Yeah,
that
I think one.
like
And-
do you go through the 10 that spawn and you're like, "All right, you're Nebraska."
I need you to settle over there.
Right.
Me and the cool people.
Right.
We're in Camp Awesome.
It's funny because if I was the last person on Earth, the difference between knowing that this was going to happen and not knowing is everything. Like if you knew that 10 people will spawn a year from now, you could go on. But if you actually thought no one would ever, you're alone forever, and you're like, are you going to want to live? Are you trying to live
Right.
as long as you can?
No, that's a
if
good.
you're all alone.
That is a legitimate question. If you are completely by yourself,
Yeah,
forever, there is no one else there, and you know it, and you know it.
and you know it.
There's still animals.
Sure, but would you
Dogs.
Would you strive for the longest life
Right.
possible,
Would you
or would you
wanna
just
just-
feel like I don't even want to live?
That is the
Eventually,
question.
you just I don't know. What are you living for?
It's a great question.
It's deep.
It is. I mean, if you knew that there's a hope for somebody to show up,
You're
you
right.
would have a reason to live.
The knowledge is powerful, and I want to add something to this. So every year, 10 random people spawn right next to you. I want to start that first year with none.
Oh, you want a year off?
Okay. If I know they're coming, so now I got something to live for.
Right.
But I get
do you like spend the year building like houses for these people?
houses already exist.
Oh,
I'm not.
That's
yeah.
true.
First of all, I'm not capable of building a house, so literally can't. And
Come back
second,
in 5 years.
Too much caliche.
Yeah, exactly.
they can
That's
they can
true.
have the pick of the litter.
Everything's here. Yeah.
I mean, we're all living in mansions, you know.
and they spawn on you, so you probably in that year you just need to get to the best place.
yes,
Yeah, you need to get to the ocean.
We're hiking to. Oh, that's a good
You
point.
can't stay here. If there's no people, there's no power.
I like the
can't
idea
make
of
it to the
Jason
ocean.
all alone trying to get to Hawaii by himself.
Oh, I'm sitting here thinking. I got to walk. Cars still
no, you,
exist.
you can still use a car.
I can get. Yeah, for sure. I'm
But
going
you
to the
can't.
beach.
You can't get into a boat and get somewhere.
I can't get into a boat and get
Do
somewhere.
you think you could like
by myself?
by yourself? Could you go? I mean, all the boats are abandoned. Could you find one and get to Hawaii?
No,
No.
no,
What? No.
Hawaii.
Because they could spawn on you, then you got Hawaii to yourself. That would
There's
be ideal.
There is no.
Can you
chance.
autopilot a boat? Figure out how to do
There
that.
is no chance I could find Hawaii. If you
All these
gave,
people spawn on him in the middle of nowhere on a boat.
if you gave me,
But
He's
they all,
been lost?
They all just miss the boat.
They all go straight to the
Land on
water?
ocean.
if you gave me $1 billion, $1 billion,
Yeah.
but by myself, I can't talk to any human for advice because
Yeah.
in theory that
On how to do it.
on how to do it. But I have $1 billion. I can have any resource I want, but completely on my own. I will die before I ever find Hawaii. There's no chance in the world I could find Hawaii.
Is it funny to you to think that this is what the world was? It was people leaving on purpose to
that's,
find
That's
things,
so insane.
They're
It's so
psychopaths.
right?
It's so not only do they do that, but they're like,
And they
if-
leave
if
their
I find-
families.
they're like, if I go that direction, am I eventually going to fall off of the planet?
That's true.
Right.
That's
Oh,
true.
Like,
man.
there's only one way to find out. I'm like, no, there's not.
Set sail.
We will never find that out if I'm in charge.
All
Well,
right,
and then they're like, don't worry, I'll come back. How can you get back? How do you know how to get back here?
I guess I'll take the 10 spawn. I feel like we're not defending our like significant others or something here though. Like you would want to be. You just want to write it out with
I don't
your.
need 10 new people to hate every year.
Okay, so you're
So you're
keeping
taking
your
the
wife.
one?
Yeah. Yes.
Is it? Is
No,
it?
that's the question. Is it
Is
the
it
wife?
the wife?
Yeah, it'll be my
Oh,
wife.
okay, all right.
All right, let's go here. Aaron from the website writes in, your local wizard is back
Oh, no.
and says that he can snap his fingers and one of the following two things will happen. Your happy moments and memories will become happier, or your sad moments will become less sad. Which do you choose? And whatever you choose will happen for everyone else in the world.
Ooh, that last part makes it interesting. I think
I think.
I can.
I think.
Sad moments.
Are they?
Are
do they weigh?
important.
Do they weigh more?
I think that when you have sad moments, they teach you what happiness is. You know what I mean? Like you
Sure.
don't know happy without sad. So I want my happier moments to be happier.
Some people have really sad moments.
Well, that was the part that made it go, oh shoot. If I could take away the sad moments, the trauma,
So
like
you just you don't take them away. You're just making
They're
them
less
less
sad.
mitigating
intense.
the trauma.
Yes.
Man, so what's more important, mitigating the trauma or up in the joy?
I mean, I've always said, like, you kind of look back, like we all have kids that we had early days when they were born, and, you know, it's hard taking care of newborns and toddlers and stuff. But then, like, now you kind of just don't really think about what was hard back then.
Right.
So like your mind does this a little bit already.
cleans
it
it
already
up.
makes the sad less sad, right?
Time heals all wounds.
Yeah. Okay. All
There's a
right.
phrase for that.
That's fair. That's fair. So like happier moments, like I remember happy moments with more clarity than sad moments.
Really?
I think.
I feel like most people remember
Maybe I remember
losses more than wins,
Mm-hmm.
bad more than good. I
But
think there's
But my memory like whitewashes away the like bad.
Yeah, I mean, if this is just me, it's an easy. I want to pick happy over sad. I don't feel like I've got a bunch
Because
you don't
you
want people
yourself.
to experience that.
because no, I'm saying I don't have a lot of like sad trauma things that I wrestle with, but I know a lot of people do, and so it's like it really depends on each person. What
You got to make a choice though. Whatever you choose, is
I
gonna
want the
happen
world
to
to
the
be
rest of the world.
happy. I
You're
want the
gonna go
world to be
happy?
happier and happier. So I'm going to choose the happy.
But
That's
is the
Al.
world
Al, you're saying more happy for you?
Yeah, that's what I would choose as well.
Okay.
is the world happier if happier is magnified, or are they happier if sadness is mitigated?
Oh, ooh.
I think it's
Yeah.
I think it's the sadness. I think you mitigate the sadness of not a psychologist, not a doctor, but at least the studies I have seen have been like, what's more important, to think positive or to think negative less?
Right.
And the answer that I see the most
Think
is
negative less.
think negative less.
Okay.
So
Mike convinced me. That's the way I'm going to go.
so obviously I've heard that, which makes it fact.
Right. No, I mean,
I haven't looked anything up, but it sounds good.
well, that one's heavy. This one's just as important. Kate from
According to ChatGPT.
Oh, no.
Just
Oh,
just
no.
looking, I just asked what's more impactful
What does a
for
robot
humans,
think?
being happier or being less sad? Being less sad would have more impactful effect on humans
There we
overall
go.
than just being happier.
There we go.
I mean, if you're less sad, you're also happier.
Right, it is kind of
It is kind of a trick, but your future moments, though, you know what I mean? Future sad moments would be less sad versus future happy moments happier, too. Yeah. This one's way easier. Kate from Patreon, you'll be able to replace one finger on either hand with one of the following. Which do you choose? A refillable lighter, a 6-inch stainless steel blade.
Not retracted, just
It's no,
6
you're
inches.
You're replacing
I mean
a finger.
you're full on like
Freddie
it-
or Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah.
A rechargeable 2,000 lumen flashlight.
How big is it?
Finger size.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
A spork, so you got a utensil at all times, or a Sharpie that never goes dry.
All right, I'm down to 2.
If
I'm
it's-
guessing you're down to the blade, but I
want-
don't know the second one.
I don't want a 6-inch blade.
No, dude, that's
That is-
unwieldy, man.
That is awful.
That thing.
That's going
it's
to cause a
too
lot of problems.
dangerous.
It's
Yes.
also
How do
way
you
too big. It's not a finger-sized knife. This is a 6. I mean, just imagine one of your fingers was
Would
6
you
inches
go middle
long.
finger?
Yeah, I think so. I
Yeah.
think it would.
It's
give
already
you
your
the,
longest.
It would be like a Wolverine claw at that point.
Right. Which hand? Dominant or
My
non-dominant?
my right hand, which is my stronger arm.
A strong
I write
hand.
with my left, and I can't imagine writing. If you
Oh.
Which is
you
your-
can't write
Which
with a
is your
6-inch
stabbing hand?
Right, my right hand is my stabbing hand. So no, that one's out for me. I'm between the
Oh, you don't want the
flashlight
blade.
and the Sharpie.
Okay, but if the Sharpie, so that has to go
Which
on.
finger is the Sharpie?
That has to go on your writing hand, and then what finger?
Yeah, is it your pointer?
Can you manage to write if it's your pinky?
I would choose my left hand. That's my writing hand.
Yeah.
And I
Not
would-
your stabbing hand.
Not my stabbing hand. And I would choose my middle finger because I think when I write, like I can.
No, but like if you were signing something with your, if you have a touch screen,
Yeah.
you sign with your middle finger.
I have before. I probably
it looks
use.
dumb when you do it.
I probably use.
So you go middle finger.
I'm going middle
going
finger.
pointer.
Well,
But
here's
Oh,
why.
you want the pointer?
I want my pointer. I use my pointer all the time.
You're gonna have to you're gonna have to grab it.
Yeah, that's
You're
what.
gonna
that's
have
what I
to
would do.
pinch it like it's a pencil.
you
that's
shouldn't
easy.
have to grab it.
You can't just like stick one finger out and
It's a solid Sharpie finger, man.
no. But I'm saying your handwriting, like you're gonna be writing like not with your wrist.
No, I'm good, man.
Wow.
I
don't know.
So wait,
You're gonna be
are you considering? What are you considering besides the Sharpie?
The
flashlight?
flashlight.
I think the flashlight's pretty good.
I mean,
Yeah,
my eyes are so bad. You
I
know,
mean, you do
Andy,
have like a phone in your pocket and like a watch that can do flashlight.
Oh, dude, I'm going rechargeable flashlight because this thing is metal, right? Or is this a flashlight made of
it's
skin?
metal.
It's
It's
a
metal.
but
Perfect.
yeah.
Because I can still play my guitar. Now I got a slide built into my hand.
Okay.
Okay, nice.
So you're going guitar hand.
So
Yeah.
which
Is your
which
guitar
is
hand your stabbing hand?
No, my stabbing hand's my pick hand.
Okay, your pick hand.
So
is
my
your
left
stabbing
hand,
hand.
my left hand. Would
Oh,
get
the
the
slide
flashlight.
would get the yeah.
The fret hand.
So no one needs a refillable lighter. Are we
don't-
in a post lighter society?
I think so because, like, I have a lighter, and I have never needed to
Brag.
refill that. I'm just saying, like, have you ever refilled a lighter? Like, we don't.
The only time I
use
use a
them
lighter
enough.
at home is for when we're doing
Birthday cakes?
When we're doing outdoor fire. No, the birthday cake we got the electronic lighter.
Wait, what?
It's
Oh, you
like
don't know that?
It's like it basically is like a little taser almost.
Mhm.
Where it
That
has,
works with the
it has-
birthday
It has
cakes?
two metal prongs, and then you turn it
I've
on.
been using those long
Oh, the barbecue lighter.
yeah.
No, ours is a rechargeable.
It's cool. It's like
You're nodding over there. Has everybody got one of these cool things?
I do. They're
yeah,
great.
you use them for you're lighting a candle.
Yeah.
It's quick?
Yeah.
They're good when camping too, because in the wind they still work great.
Well, I'll be darned. Can I have
Yeah.
one of those instead of a finger?
You can have the flashlight or a.
No one
Honestly,
cares,
that
no
would
one
be-
cares about the
blade.
spork then.
No, I don't
I
want to
mean,
eat with
my hand is basically a spork.
Yeah,
Your hand is basically a spork.
Like
Well said.
it's nature's spork.
And so the blade, no one wants the blade?
It's too big
it's
and too unwieldy.
big. Give
You
me.
think if it was a blade the size of your middle finger, you'd choose it?
If you told me that it was like a Swiss Army knife where my finger is regular but I could flip a blade out of it,
Okay.
now we're on to something.
Yeah.
Because it's safe, you could sleep.
Yeah.
You could, because right now sleeping you'd have to sheath it.
Anything, man. Like
You
have to
pocket-
sheath your
pockets
finger.
are doomed.
Everything you do is ruined if you have
Yeah.
a 6-inch.
Oh, do they
knife
not
on
let
your
you
hand.
on a plane?
No, there's no
Probably
way they
not.
let you on
They're
a
like,
plane.
sir, you need to
Does
remove
Wolverine fly?
Well, he can
No.
retract them.
Oh, that's true.
that. No, but his whole
Edward
his,
Scissorhands ain't getting
his
on
whole
no planes.
bones are grafted with metal. He
Yeah, I
can't
know.
fly.
He can fly.
Well, in his own private Quinjet.
No,
Yeah.
he can fly on.
No.
Yes, American Airlines, no problem.
No, he'll go through the metal detector. And
I know, and it'll buzz, and then they'll say okay, and then
They'll
they'll
scan
take,
him, and he'll be
they'll
all right.
scan him, and they'll see he's got metal in his. You think people that have like metal?
Oh yeah, metal hips and stuff like that.
yeah, they can't fly because they can't remove their hip.
that's one tiny area. It's not your whole body.
Well, I've had a major surgery, Mike.
He did. He had a major surgery.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I've got adamantium. You could strip. I mean, he might need a full
Does
strip
adamantium
search.
pick? I mean, metal. Does that show up in the metal detector?
For sure, it does.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
It's the strongest of fake metals.
of
course it does.
But I mean, you might.
the strongest of all fake metal
You,
that we've ever invented.
I think unobtainium is a little bit
Oh.
stronger.
Oh,
But
get out of here.
And I hate that name so much.
when I remember the
Can
first
you
time
obtain it? No.
I remember the first time I heard it.
unobtainable.
My eyes rolled into the back of my skull.
like
It's
a full
that's-
360.
Is that
That's
Marvel?
the
Is that a Marvel?
No,
No,
that's
that's Avatar.
It's like
Oh.
James Cameron. That's the best you could come up with.
That,
Yeah.
See, look,
It's unobtainium.
uses papyrus unobtainium.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he fills
We
in
are
the gaps.
falling. We are falling. So, Mike, you're taking the flashlight?
Yeah, I'm going flashlight.
I'm going flashlight as well.
Would you feel invincible with a blade?
No.
No, me neither.
A flashlight is.
If I
how
had-
bright was it?
If I had a
2000
knife,
lumen.
2,000 lumen. That is really good self defense.
that's true.
Ain't nobody charging
Blind
at you
your
if
eyes.
they can't see nothing.
Light man. All right, 2,000 lumen flashlight it is. Al, I think we're going to draft now. That
Let's do
work
it.
for you? Yeah.
The Spitballers Draft.
All right, the man who got out of his own scat
Yeah.
gets to draft first. We are drafting the worst places to be stuck overnight. The worst places you'd have to spend the night. Where do you go with number one? There is a number one to me
Really?
that I hope you don't pick.
Well, I can't imagine I
Interesting.
will. I mean, these are very open.
Subjective?
Yeah,
or-
they're just, it's not like what color do you want? This is any place in the world.
I did have a thought about this because while you're thinking about that pick, what is the worst part in your mind? And maybe this will be answered by our answers, but what is the worst part of being stuck someplace overnight? Is it the fear? Is it the potential fear of something happening? Is it the real danger?
Yeah, I mean,
Is it,
there's all those.
what is it?
And comfort.
yeah,
Okay.
I think all of those will apply, and sometimes there are multiple at once.
Okay. All right, what are you going with?
This is somewhere I'm stuck overnight.
That's right.
All
Or
right.
spend the night someplace.
This is going to be very specific,
Oh,
Okay.
but it really hits everything. I think you're afraid. I think there's real danger.
Okay.
I think
I'm
you're
so
very
Al, I'm so afraid this draft is about to go.
you're very
real bad.
You're very uncomfortable. I am. I'm stuck on upside down on a roller coaster.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
no, that's
You know
a
what I
great
mean?
pick.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fine.
the-
Sometimes
it
that
breaks
happens
down.
to people. It's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
we'll be back in the morning.
Wait, does that happen?
Yeah, it does.
People
What do you mean
have been-
sometimes we'll be back in the
Not in
morning?
the
but I'll
morning.
leave?
not in the
No.
morning.
But
that-
people have
We
been,
don't rescue at night.
people have been stuck
I
upside
can't
down.
see you. I don't have a flashlight on my finger.
I picked the knife.
Upside-
It was a bad choice.
Up-
I can cut you out though.
That's a good answer.
Okay,
And that's
all right.
I think
Yeah.
that's the level of specificity we're in here.
Yeah, that's fine.
You get charged extra for a hard rescue.
Okay. You probably do. They have to bring something special in. You're paying for it on a line item. You want the Jaws of Life or the Jaws of Life 2.0? All right, I'm going with open ocean tiny raft.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Open
Terrifying.
ocean. If I have to spend the night, I mean, you are in.
Getting a sick tan.
At the night.
What?
Well,
are you
at-
talking
what's
about?
that
moon is crisping my body.
I'm just saying, like, if I'm stuck out there, I'm trying to make the best of it. The night will turn into morning.
It's the night.
Yeah, I was thinking all day.
Yeah, no, man.
I guess it's an overnight draft.
It's not worth places to lay out in the sun. Open ocean tiny raft is my first pick.
Okay.
That's just the scale and size of the ocean. There's nothing I think that can make you feel
Small
more
boat in the ocean is
more
high on my
vulnerable
list.
than that. So, Mike, you are up. You got 2 picks.
I'm going to go with a porta potty.
Yep.
Oh, that's a good pick.
Yep.
Oh, that would suck.
Uncomfortable, stinky.
Yes.
What's the dollar amount?
To stay in a used porta potty?
Yeah,
all
overnight.
night?
What do you need? I mean, I'll go to the Deucers. What do you need?
Yeah, we got to go to Josh.
Papa Josh,
Let's
what-
set the low water mark here.
One night in a very used porta potty.
$50.
You got to. Would you try to sleep or just sit?
No, I try to sleep. Make time go by faster.
Yeah.
So in the corner?
How much?
Yeah. 3,000.
I'm
Okay.
shocked it's in the thousands.
Yeah.
My number was 5K, so we're not too far.
Okay.
Wow. All
Matt,
right.
what do you think?
I was going to start at 1,000, but
All
Yeah,
right.
there he is. There's
All
our
right.
guy. There's our guy.
There he is. Yeah. It's
All
more,
right.
it's more for me.
So we're going with the porta potty.
That's a great pick.
And, man, I got one. I don't know if it would come back or not. We're going to go. I'm going to go with a ski lift.
Ah, yeah.
Okay, it would not have come back.
It was.
I did
It's
not
on my
have
list.
that, but
yeah.
that would be terrible.
Yeah,
Very similar to my
it is like the
roller coaster.
The roller coaster
a ski
one.
lift.
But you got the elements.
Well, I mean, not only do you have the elements, you're stuck. You can't jump down. If you want to, like, that's like a 20-foot drop. You're toast.
20 feet into the snow, I might do.
Yeah.
It might be higher. I'm just, but 20 feet.
Yeah.
I mean, you better
This
hope
is-
that that's
look,
like
you
8
can't
feet of
escape
snow.
this situation.
Yeah,
This is,
and
you
if
got
you're
to
gonna-
spend the night there.
And it's going to be very cold.
I like that. That's like the roller coaster. You're not upside down, but it's freezing.
I mean, upside down all night. Can you survive that?
No, you
I
would
didn't
not.
think
You
so.
would not.
No, you
would
could
not
survive that.
No, you can't.
I don't think so.
You said that very definitively. Did you try to do
I
this?
feel very confident.
There's
Overnight would be it.
Yeah.
What, you would just die of time being upside down?
Yeah.
Blood in your head or
I-
something.
I-
if
hold on,
you
look-
survive, you're gonna have problems.
You look this up, but I'm
Okay.
going to make a guess right here of how many hours you could survive upside down. I think you could do 16 to 18 hours
Okay.
upside down.
Purely upside down?
It's just a guess. I'll come back
Well,
to
it's
you.
just going to be like, yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, it's probably.
Weeks. Do you have food and
I
water?
think you
You're
could
fine.
be all. Hey, he's having to search again, so he didn't get the answer he liked. Well, he's typing
It's-
again.
What I'm seeing is it's very short.
Oh.
Oh, really?
Yeah, loss of consciousness in 1 to 2 minutes, serious physical harm
What?
in about 10 to 15,
Oh, that's not true.
and fatality could be in 30 minutes. That's what
No,
Where's
no.
that from?
your butt.
ChatGPT.
Okay, but what,
You can
are they
hang
sourcing
upside
it
down
anywhere?
for more than 2 minutes to not go unconscious.
Well, now I'm on it.
Yeah.
I've seen lots of roller coaster people stuck upside down, and they're all awake.
All right. Are you up, Andy?
Yes, I'm up.
Okay.
All right. Jason you took a ski lift. I'm going to come back, and I'm going to go with man. This is a weird one because I don't think anyone's really stealing from each other very much. So I'm going to go Warzone.
Actually, so far.
Oh, a Warzone.
I'm going to Warzone.
Oh, that's a good
I
pick.
mean, why that the fear of exploding
Oh, it would be
at any minute?
terrible.
I mean, worst places to be stuck overnight.
Yeah, it'd be pretty bad.
I'm going Warzone.
Yeah.
Did you have something you discovered? Or?
No,
Okay.
everything I'm looking at is like, you don't try to sleep upside down. It is very dangerous. But
Okay, yeah.
But
Yeah, I'm
back-
not going to try to.
yeah, yeah. No, every single thing prior to Warzone had been on my list. So my list was shrinking. But Warzone is a very, very good. I mean, I don't understand if you're like in a battlefield, obviously every single person there will have to sleep. You know, if you're in a 5-day battle, you're going to have to sleep. I've never understood how you do that.
I think you catch like tiny little pockets of sleep.
Little
you don't.
naps?
I don't think you get a night. You get you get like a micro nap.
It's not like a downtime, like, hey,
I don't-
guys,
yeah.
guys,
Hey, time out. Everybody.
what do you say, 6 a.m.?
Yeah, guys.
We'll wake back up, get
it's
back
10
at this?
p.m.
Yeah.
Can we call this off until at least 7? Trying to get my 8 hours here.
All right. Okay, so I've got 2 picks.
So far, you're spending the night upside down on a roller coaster, which I am learning you are dead.
Yes.
So-
So I have died. That was the 101.
You have died. You have died quickly.
And, you know, that goes right into my next pick, which is a cemetery.
Oh.
Yeah, it's on my list.
Interesting.
I do not want to sleep in a, and of course, this is a haunted cemetery.
Is there none?
Yeah. I
Well, there
feel
are
like-
some nice looking cemeteries. Like you go and it's like,
Is
Well,
that what they don't haunt the nice ones?
I guess maybe at night. I've never been to a cemetery
I
at
feel
night.
like Jason the bougie ghost would be at the nicest cemetery you could find.
Exactly, but
when
that's not what I'm picking.
Hold on, you're saying when
I'm
Jason
picking-
is a ghost, he will haunt
Yeah.
a bougie cemetery.
Of course he
yeah,
will.
Yeah, for sure.
He'll be above ground crypts.
And that is 100% above ground crypt. Yes,
A mausoleum.
very good.
Yes.
Um,
He's a mausoleum ghost.
I've started.
He
saving
liked
up
the
for
finer
mausoleum.
things.
But that's not the pick. I'm picking a rundown, rickety couple of trees that.
rickety.
Yeah.
What in the cemetery is rickety?
Oh, the gate. This has a gate.
Oh, okay.
A big metal wrought iron gate that's
Okay,
just
I got you.
flapping in
Yeah,
the
that
wind.
thing in the wind is just.
Yeah.
Got one of those wooden roller coasters on the property. Real rickety.
Okay, and I'm going to go with a place I hope I never have to sleep overnight, but, you know, this is made to sleep overnight. This is a place specifically intended
Okay.
for sleeping,
Okay.
and it's a jail cell.
Mm.
I don't want to spend a night in a jail cell.
All right.
Not built for that.
Um.
Bougie Jason will not. I don't know if I'll survive the night. I might have picked 2 deaths here
Okay.
on my list.
I have the open ocean and the war zone.
Is there not a bidet? What is this? What is this little
I was
toilet?
trying to figure out what is the
The
joke.
metal
It's
toilet.
like he passed away. He's like of non-bouginess.
Yeah.
All right.
He had to wipe his bottom.
Bed was a little too rough. He didn't make it through the night.
Oh man.
To be fair, my death would probably come from the inmate. I'm not
Oh, yeah.
alone there.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna follow up Warzone with top of a mountain peak.
Okay.
Oh, that sounds
think-
pretty awesome.
There's
No.
You're gonna have
No,
some.
no. All right. I'm changing.
No, what?
Top of Everest. No. I can be
Okay.
specific.
Yeah, you upgraded it.
top
That's fine.
of Mount Everest.
Yeah,
How's that
fine.
sound?
That's fine. That's I mean,
You can fall
don't you
Look.
sleep there?
when you. Oh, people do, and
Yeah.
they die there. Lots of them.
Sure. Yeah. No, I know.
Cold, falling, wind, exposure. I don't want to be there.
I don't know if you fall when you're asleep.
You could.
While you're sleeping?
You could. Yeah, you roll, man.
Is it?
You
But is
sleeping
that
on a-
considered falling?
If you roll off a cliff, it's considered falling.
Is it? Or did you roll off the cliff?
Wait. Yes, you're
You're asleep and
Yeah.
you roll.
and you. Yeah. and you go off
and
the
you
ledge,
roll off the cliff.
you're asking if that's falling.
Did you fall down?
No, that's not the same thing. The fall down, you fell. You died of a fall, right?
Yeah, okay, no, when you say it that way, it sounds right.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
But to say you fell off, you're like, well, what happened? Did he step up? No, he rolled off in his sleep.
That's
You
not
can't fall when you're laying down. This is
yeah,
my
that was-
point.
You never fallen off a bunk bed?
But are you on a bunk bed on Everest? This is what
No,
I'm
no, no, no.
Hold
This is
on.
a good point. This
you
is a,
just
this is
said
a
you
good
can't
point.
fall while laying down. Please retort my
Yeah. Or
objection.
you can even just say the couch. If you take a
Okay.
nap on a couch and you roll off.
I
did
rolled
you-
right off a bunk bed when I was a kid.
Yeah,
Splat.
you can.
Yeah, but you rolled off. You didn't fall off.
You said it.
I
You
caught
said
you.
Rolled off.
This is so
You
dumb.
can't fall
This
if
is
you're
the
not-
dumbest sidebar.
If you're laying down, you can't fall.
Yeah. Official
You
verdict.
can't trip and fall. You can fall.
You can only
All right.
fall off of something. You can't fall.
Yeah, you fall off. Yeah, you're right. You can only fall off of something.
All right. We got there.
All right, I'm up.
Maybe.
Porta potty and a ski lift.
I'm going to go with a lion exhibit.
Ooh.
That's not
This is
great.
Daniel. Just Daniel
I didn't
over
say
here.
the den. It's an exhibit.
So wait,
But
you
there's
got to go
lions.
spend the night in a lion's pen.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah, that's a good pick. That is a good
that
pick.
sucks.
That's called
It's funny because
not sleeping.
if you had just picked like the Sahara or something, or like,
Oh, you're probably fine.
or you know, your odds of running into a lion are low.
Yes.
Lower
What if you-
than in the lion's den.
Lower than in a lion's pen. I just think that's a crafty pick.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. All right, so we got that one, and then the
Do they give up on life in a zoo though?
lions.
Yeah.
Probably.
Are they just like not as
Probably
aggressive
give up on hunting as much because
Yeah.
they're fed giant steaks.
and people
But
for,
they're
at
not
night?
fed people.
But
They're
a
not
group
fed
of lions, if there's a human in there, they got to be like, dude, we can't pass up this
Oh,
opportunity.
okay. Yeah.
Like we,
This guy's trying to sleep.
I was born to run.
This guy's trying to sleep.
people. Run, human.
All right.
Oh, I got one
Mike,
more.
you got one more. Porta potty, ski lift, lion exhibit.
So it's like Jason's, but I think in my opinion it's
An
a
upside
bit
down
creepier.
ski lift.
No. I'm going abandoned hospital.
Yes. Okay. I had abandoned asylum on my list.
Yeah.
So,
same concept.
I have haunted mansion.
Yeah, these are all.
The?
Yeah. Yes. In
That'd be sick,
Disneyland.
man. I could handle that.
So abandoned hospital.
Yeah.
It's something. They're large and abandoned and
They're,
dark.
They're large
And
and
you're
they're just
alone.
the things.
It's creepy.
The walls have seen many things inside of
no,
a hospital.
that's a good one. I will.
Like the people in the cemetery, they were already that way when they got there.
Right. Yeah. Okay. I will close out my draft with the Amazon rainforest.
Oh, you
yeah.
did.
Yeah, you're not making it.
Yeah, I needed
No.
to match Jason's instant death of the upside down roller coaster. If you find a spot in the rainforest, it will be wet. You will get bugs on you, and then you'll probably be dead by morning.
The amount of things that will crawl on you while you sleep
Oh,
is
gosh.
unfathomable.
And that
I
does
don't
sound like
care
the
about
worst.
I don't. I
Yeah, it's pretty
literally
bad.
think I care less about the panther of the jungle.
Right.
You know, the monster that
tiger,
could come and just destroy me than I care about the bugs. The bugs in the rainforest. The amount of creepy
They got
crawly.
they
Yeah,
got
they
that
got them.
siafu there.
I
Those
don't know what
ants.
that is.
The
That-
ants.
That sounds like some sort of god that lives in the forest.
Oh, they're crazy ants,
and
man.
scrambles your
Siafu.
body. Yeah. All right, so rainforest. That'd be a problem. Yeah.
Do
apparently,
you-
Papa Josh knows what those ants are.
Dude, those things are crazy.
What do they do?
They're like monster-sized ants, and they'll eat
They're-
anything in their path.
Things are bigger there, right?
I mean,
like-
these things are.
Everything's been scaled up in the
The-
rainforest.
If you remember there's a scene in Indiana Jones: The Crystal Skull where there's ants involved. It's really really bad CGI, but that's what they're supposed to be.
Yeah, it doesn't sound good.
Okay, so I know what my last pick was. It wasn't on my list, but as we started talking and thinking, and I was just like, there is the worst place for me, the worst place to sleep. I could not do it. I could not handle it. It is very similar to my last pick, but totally different because at the cemetery, I'm sleeping on the ground.
Yeah,
I'm by a tombstone.
it might be a nice cushy grass.
Maybe, but How about in a coffin?
Oh no!
Yeah, I thought about that one.
Oh my goodness, my claustrophobia would not. Like, I don't consider myself as someone who has claustrophobia.
I think
Right.
everybody has cough and claustrophobia.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't do it. I
think
couldn't.
that's universal.
Claustrophobia.
You see some people like, they sleep 3 days, in a buried coffin or whatever. I think
Like for a
Mr.
YouTube
Beast
thing,
did it or
yeah.
something. I don't think I could do that.
You'll hyperventilate. You'll die.
forget underground buried.
Yeah. Oh,
Just
at the.
like I'm in a room. I'm in my room,
But
It's a coffin on his regular bed.
on my bed.
Yeah.
So it'll be so cushy.
Oh man, but
It will be cushy.
as soon as you put that lid on,
Yeah,
and I can't.
Then you close your lids.
I
You
can't.
can't see.
I can't see with my lids open, Mike. There's no light in there.
Let me ask you this as a sidebar, because we just finished up, Jason, with the upside down roller coaster, cemetery, jail cell, and coffin. Mike with the porta potty, ski lift, lion exhibit, and abandoned hospital. I've got the open ocean, tiny raft, the war zone, the top of Mount Everest, and the rainforest.
You
Quick
could have just said open ocean.
Yeah,
Way worse than
open
it.
ocean. That's fine.
Yeah, you got a boat.
If you take the raft away, that's so much worse.
The sidebar here, though, if the requirement was you have to fall asleep and then you escape the place, which place could you not fall asleep?
The open ocean.
Oh, yeah, you can't fall. Without
You
the
literally
raft, you
can't-
could.
Yeah,
Well,
if you're in
sure.
the raft, it would just
Well, right.
gentle
No, that
waves.
I'd fall asleep very nicely on that.
Could you fall asleep in that cemetery if that was your way out of the cemetery?
Yeah. I could do it in the coffin as well. If that was my way out, I
If
would
you
just
knew that
calm
was your
down
way
and-
out?
Yeah. It's really knowing that I have to stay overnight that I couldn't do it there.
The lion exhibit would be the hardest one mentally.
That one in
because
the
you're
war
like,
zone.
if I fall asleep, I'm out of here. But if I
Yeah.
don't stay awake, you can sleep with one eye open expression.
So I don't know what the truth is about the Amazon rainforest. I couldn't sleep. I could never fall asleep feeling something crawl on me.
Or hearing sounds of things crawling around you.
I think that I could overcome. I mean, I
Okay.
wouldn't like it, but I
Right.
think I could overcome. But if I feel something on me, I'm going to slap it away or whatever. I couldn't just sleep comfortably with something crawling on me. I couldn't do it. And so in my mind, I think that the rainforest is the ground is moving.
Nobody took an elevator with Josh as one of the worst.
I had elevator on my list.
Okay.
And then my one
Did
that
you
I
have
thought
some
would be-
others on the list? Yeah.
because if you're stuck there, so I assumed that in the morning people find you there.
Sure.
Yeah.
I was like, your boss's office.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, that makes sense.
I had an airport runway. Good luck trying to
Oh,
sleep with jet
It's
engines.
That's so ridiculous
on
and funny.
cement.
Yeah.
I had an abandoned mine shaft. Figured that would suck.
Oh man, just
A swamp where crocodiles are at.
A wax museum.
because they come to life.
Oh, and just I mean,
Dumpster.
you're gonna keep thinking you see people.
Yeah, fair enough.
What did we learn today?
I've underestimated how long you can stay upside down. I really have. Because I have heard the stories of people upside down, like when they're doing a caving thing and they get stuck upside down and they have to rush to get them out.
Yeah, because they'll die.
Because they'll die. That's the key. The death.
Yeah.
Did you learn anything on today's show, Jason?
I learned I want an army.
Yeah, you were really into the Army.
I think it'd be
You've been
so
wanting an
cool.
army for longer than you've probably admitted.
I haven't wanted one until today, but
Oh, okay.
now I know I actually would love to have an army.
Yeah, all right. Mike, did you?
Yeah, we're moving on from lighters.
Yeah,
as a
lighters.
society.
It's over.
Zippo, you had a good run.
Not enough fire.
No. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Thanks for listening to the Spitballers podcast. To see what other nonsense the guys are up to, check out SpitballersPod.com.